Hi everyone, my name's Cheryl Hurst. I'm an independent Stepping Up demonstrator here in Sydney, Australia. How are you? Today we're going to play with a few different things. We're going to look at Playing in the Rain. That's an old one that's carried over, but it's still a fantastic stamp set. I'm going to be using this one and the clouds, maybe a few other things, we're not sure yet. Drizzling Droplets, using that, and Spotlight Nature die. So let's start somewhere. I've got all my bits, I've got them all put up, so we'll start. Let's move some of this stuff out of the road to start with. I've got here Smoky Slate, because being winter here it's grey and yucky, so I'm going to get the Smoky Slate stamp set out, ink pad out, and I'm going to be using this stamping brayer. I've put this on a block F, and I'm going to just get that out of the bag. I've put it in there for protection, and I'm just going to roll the stamp so you can get a nice even spread, and then I'm just going to roll on here. Do the same. If you don't have a brayer, I'll show you also. So that gives you just a nice cover, and it's covered it quite nicely. I'll show you that. Okay, but if you don't have one of those, you can, what I find easy, just get your stamp pad, because these stamp pads, as you can see here, are slightly raised, and you can just go over it like that, just nicely over it, and just make sure you've covered it all. So just go over that, just like that. And now I've got the piece of cardstock I want to use, and it is there. It's not going to cover it all, and I'll just place it down, and I just want to do that evenly. So while I'm just doing that, cover that up, because I'll end up getting that everywhere, and I'm just going to press that nice and evenly, and it should stick. Oh, it didn't stick, so I didn't get an even texture there, so I will do that again. If you've got a stamp positioning tool like the old Stamparatus or something of that nature, that is also good to use as well. See if I can do it right this time. Okay. Press. I really want the paper to come with it. The reason being, I didn't put that paper on very straight, is that I can massage it. I prefer to massage it and give it a little pull, and there, we've got it. I've rocked it a bit there. Not going to be good enough, so I'm just going to get another piece of paper out and just try again. Try not to rock it. Okay, to get it a bit straighter, I'm going to do it this way this time. I'm going to do it this way. See if I don't rock it. I don't like rock. It's so easy to do. That's a bit better. That's better. So we've got that done. And I was a bit short there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut that little bit off. Cut that off. And I'm going to get some basic grey. And I'm going to cut a card base. And score it. All the measurements and everything are in my blog for the card. I've got an idea in my mind. We'll just see how that goes. Is that the right one? That's the right one. Okay, so we've got that there. I just need to score that a bit better. Skin up a bit. So we've got that as a background. I've made it harder than it should be. Okay, now I'm just going to move that block out of the road, and I'm going to bring in my cut and emboss machine. I need the cut and emboss machine for this one because it's a little bit bigger, the die I want to use, than for the mini. The mini is only for about 3 inches across. So I'm using number 1, number 2, and plates 3 for cutting. And I just want a bit of the, what's that, something there, it's not laying flat. So I just want a piece of white, and I'm just going to cut that piece out. Just put the plate on top, and voila. That creaking noise is all fine. Do not panic. It is meant to do that. Okay, so we have got it nicely cut out. These are 10% off this month. So if you don't have one, or you want a replacement of an old machine that you've been using and it's had its day, that is the best time now, is to get that as they're 10% off. And I've got that, and what I want to do is find the stamps. I've got the clouds, and I've got my little man, my fox. So I'll put the fox down first, and I'm using the Memento Tuxedo Black ink. You'll see that is a different texture. It's like a linen. Okay, and that's why you can go like this with it to make sure it's all covered. So you can see that's nicely covered. And I'm just going to put the fox down here. Try not to rock it. And bring it up, straight up, because it's a big stamp. That's block E, so it is quite a big block. And with this, oh, I might just use the smoky slate for the clouds. You can do it either way. It's quite easy to do it that way. And I'm just going to stamp off there. I'll put some here and just around, just like that. So we've got some clouds, and we probably don't need, we probably could how big are the raindrops? We could put a couple of raindrops around, I suppose. So I'll use block 30C, and I'm going to get some pool party out. We don't want it all dreary, do we? You know, we've got it dreary enough. So I'm just going to put just some there. That'll do. So you can see that it's raining. I probably could put a couple up here. Probably get it in the cloud. I might just move that there. I can probably squeeze one in there. There. Just like that. So we've got some of those things in there. And the colours that I looked at that go with everything here, because we've got a neutral. We'll just give a bit of brightness, but because it's a fox, I'm going to use the copper clay in the blends. So I'm going to start with the dark. I'm going to use the bullet point, and I'm just going to do a little bit dark. I'll just on these little bits here. I'm going to leave that piece white. Fox have white bits, don't they? And that, a little bit here, and on his ears. So, and the rest I'm going to do in the light. I can do the brush here. I don't go out the lines, I have to watch. It's getting quite dark here. I'll have to turn the lights on soon. It's getting very dark. That's probably why I'm doing this, because it's just a dark, miserable day. And I'll just colour his face in. We had a fox in our backyard a couple of years ago and it killed my duck. It didn't really kill it straight away. We had to get it euthanized. Oh geez, I made a mess. And I don't live in the country. I'm suburbia plus, you know, so it was a bit of a shock to have a fox. We don't have crushed curry as a stamping blend, so I'm just going to use that. The Stampin' Right marker. I'm just going to use the brush tip, and I hope I don't make it too streaky, because it's not the same as the blends. But I wanted to use the yellow because it goes with all these colours so well. And I'm just going to have his yellow raincoat. Do you remember having yellow raincoats going to school when you were in primary school? If you're my age, you would. That's what you had, yellow raincoats. They smell funny too. They smell a little plasticky. So we've got that there, and I thought I'd bring a bit of colour in because it's, you know, a dark card. So I thought we'll use, because there's another colour that goes with all these colours, is the Berry Burst. So I'll use a bit of the dark to start with, and just bring in a bit of dark just around the sides here, and then just to add a little bit of colour, and just use the brush tip just to fill in the rest. Just like that. That looks good. Now we can colour the clouds in if we wanted to, but I don't think we really do need to. And I might just get the get a blending brush actually. I know I've used this recently, so I'll just get the blue out of here. Oh, actually that will be alright. I might just use the blue. I was going to do, it's a bit of a balmy blue, sort of like, looks like he's walking in the puddles. What do you think? That will do. I didn't want to mess up. So we've got that. We've got this, that there. I think that looks pretty cute. Yep. Okay, so we'll glue that down. I know in one of the new things we have got some grey embellishments, so I'm going to use some of those. Because that's a big circle, I'm going to cut some of these scraps I've got, and this is out, and just say, you know, doing hundreds of dimensionals, you can put these on, so that'll do. Quite heavy. This saves time. These are foam sheets. You get 6 in a pack. They're quite handy, and especially if you're sending it in the post and you don't want it to collapse on you, you've got them here. So that's all good. Got that. Got that. And we'll put that in the center there. That's looking good. We've got a bit there where we can do the sentiment, and we'll get the sentiment for rainy days. That's too small. So that is a block, probably B. No, C. Block C. And I'll get the basic grey out. Yeah. And we'll put rainy days. I better with you. And we'll go find those grey. It won't take me long. Can't be too far. I haven't used many of them. Good. Oh, here they are. Got a couple of packs of them. They are basic grey smoky slate pearls, so they're perfect for what I want. And I might put one down here and just have a mixture here and there. So, aren't they great? Great pearls. So what do you think? Do you like that? I think I need a new blade. Okay, so thank you very much, and I'll see you later. Bye.